When the Pit Bull Bit Me in the Ass, and Other Stories from a Gringo in Mexico, available now on Amazon. Zacatecas is the most beautiful city in the world on a winter night. The first time I came to Zacatecas was 7 years ago, possibly to this day. I'd have to hunt through lost notebooks to find the exact date. Then, I didn't know where or what I was arriving at. On a bus from Guadalajara, a fool following the fresh scent of new love, staring out the window at cacti and dry grass, wondering and imagining. The first night we took a quarter tab of acid and walked the city for hours. There's no city in the world more beautiful than Zacatecas on a winter night. The way the streetlights shine up from the ground to illuminate the pink limestone colonial architecture, the color, somewhere between red roses and blush cheeks, is enough to make you lose your mind, especially if you're young, love-drunk, and on a quarter tab. But I didn't lose my mind. I fell further. We walked downtown, uptown, around town, and out of town. We hopped a city tourist bus and sat up top. I didn't feel the cold that night with you, but I froze my ass off in the hotel when you were gone. The hills rise and fall phenomenally in Zacatecas City, the capital of the state of Zacatecas in northern Mexico, and there are roads like alleys and alleys like tunnels that lead into gold and pink plazas where people sit and sip cocktails, mezcal, wine, cerveza, and hot chocolate. The cathedral, the Spanish and French architecture, little balconies jetting out over the streets and alleys, old Volkswagen Beetles bump parked against curbs, tiny sidewalks that twist, turn, drop, and sometimes become so narrow you have to step onto the street to let someone pass. Little stores with open doors selling jewelry, jewels, quartz, amethyst, jade, crystal, silver. The city was and still is a mining town, once the Spaniards' biggest source of silver, and some parts of the city still reflect that wealth, though most of the riches were shipped off to Spain and today are shipped off to Canada, the US, and Mexico City. That first night we hiked outside of the city until you could look down at the town shining orange and yellow under a big dark sky. The bluffs and ridges pitch black in the distance, La Bufa lit up like the Mexican flag, a giant white cross on top hovering above the town. I didn't know anything then, still don't, but I really didn't know shit then. Saw the city like a baby with eyes wide open, enormous, dilated pupils. The sky is dark, crisp, and clear in Zacatecas at night, and you could see the moon smiling and the stars shivering in January. Some streets are so thin only old cars and the best drivers can pass, so steep you need to walk on your toes. And at Christmas time, which lasts from December 12th, el Día de la Virgen de Guadalupe, to January 6th, el Día de Reyes, in Mexico, El Centro is lit up, decorated delightfully with snowflakes and gifts, shooting stars, Santas and reindeers made from paper mache, and the cathedral, its intricate carvings curling and twisting, growing like mycelium, is illuminated by a backdrop of intricate alleyways disappearing into the hills, awesome angles, and amazing stairwells emerging unpredictably all around it. And the big Christmas tree in the plaza beside the church is circled by little cabins, puestos selling punch, elotes, hot tamales, shrimp, and meat on skewers. And everywhere there are families and lovers holding each other's gloved hands and indulging in street treats. Zacatecas is a family town like most towns in Mexico, but it's also a hard-scrabble cowboy and mining town. Here the men wear flashy boot buckles and cowboy hats and pass in pickup trucks, dirty work trucks, or shiny new family trucks. Here the culture is more like Texas or Oklahoma than my home state of New Jersey or New Orleans, where I spent a large portion of my adult life. I was a fool when I first arrived in Zacatecas 7 years ago, like all men in love are. Who would have thought that someday I'd have a family here and an intimate relationship with a place so far from home? Love is a light, a north star. It guides you as you walk into the unknown.